It was another one of those long days again. Woke up at 8, went to even though I said it was a long day, and like I say, it doesn't mean it was a bad one. Woke up this morning, went to the gun range with my dad and my uncle. It's not something that we do often, but we do own firearms, and every once in a while, it's nice to go out and shoot them. Just to, knock off the dust of the weapon and knock off the dust of myself and remember what it feels like to shoot a firearm. And it feels amazing every time. Like, it's hard to explain. Just go try it yourself. And then after that, we went and where'd we go? This place called Nobi Public House. They had like it was cool because like they started like, I told him I like Michelob, and he just starts bringing me a bunch of samples. And I looked at him and I was like, I don't know, man. I like them all. It's hard for me to pick favorites. Like, I don't have a favorite color. There's 16.4 million colors. And probably beyond. And you want me to pick just one? I have favorite color combinations, though. Black and white goes pretty hard. Blue and yellow, I like that one. For some reason, neon green and purple. I don't know, maybe that one's inspired by the Joker, but that one always goes pretty hard. What else? After that, you guys know me. I went to the skate rink. My legs were not fully recovered, and neither was my hip from when I fell on Tuesday, because I was at the roller rink, went to stop, and when I'm on wheels, the wheels are supposed to stick to the floor, create friction for me to stop. And my skates said no friction. They just whoosh. But it is what it is. I didn't skate easy, but I made sure I didn't do anything where I was gonna fall again. Because I'm like, Dillon, just take it easy this one day. Don't fall. Because if you fall, then it's like you gotta restart the freaking healing process. Because like right now, my hip is it's like asymmetrical, man. It kind of looks like the hip I fell on is like whoosh. Kind of weird, but it's like, you should have seen it when it first happened. It was bad. Now it's going down. It used to hurt to take left turns when I drove, because I fell on that side. So when I would turn left, I would lean to the right. So I'd have to like brace myself on the center console. But we're at the point where we don't have to do that anymore. But I definitely don't want to have to brace myself taking left turns again, which is why I decided to, excuse me. This is why I decided not to, go absolutely nuts on the ice today, like I usually like to do. Trust me, I would have loved to. But is it worth it because with my injured hip, for example, if I'm gonna be going absolutely nuts, I'm probably gonna have a thought in my mind of, Dillon, don't fall on your hip. Versus when I am in 100% working order, factory settings, then I don't have that thought at all. Or I don't have that thought at all. Only thing I think about is, freaking skating as fast as I can, doing what I can do, whatever, whatever I want to do on the ice is all I think about. Versus if I'm conscious of an injury I have that I know I could make worse and I don't want to, then it's a little different. However, it doesn't mean I skated easy. We still did some cool stuff. There's like, for example, when I get hurt, I still go to the gym. Like, say worst case scenario, I broke my arm. I still got another arm. I'm gonna do what I can with that one. Now, sure, you could say like, isn't your other arm gonna get stronger, gonna get bigger? Yes, but hear me out. Say my right arm is broken. If I continue to train my left arm, I'm still giving my body that stimulus. So that way, when I get the cast off of my right arm and I start training that one again, well, my nervous system is like, oh, this is no big deal. It's just the same thing we've been doing on the other arm. Versus like if you have a broken arm and you skip out training at all, well, broken arm takes quite a long time to heal. I'd say probably like what? Like 4 months or something? 5 months? I'm not too sure. I guess it depends on the severity. But let's say 5 months. Let's say you stop training for 5 months. Well, when you get that cast off and you go to start training, not only is this arm gonna be weak, but the arm that you broke is gonna be like, what are we doing? You got a cast off, now we're trying to lift weights? What? Versus if you maintain that level of stimulus the whole time, then when you go to train with the cast off, your nervous system's like, oh, okay, yeah, arm's healed, we do this one, okay, yeah. Now, obviously, this arm's gonna be stronger, so I do unilateral movements to get them back to equilateral. But another thing is since you're stimulating this side still, your body's not forgetting about this side. It wants to keep you as symmetrical as it can. That makes sense. So you're probably going to be a little less likely to lose muscle mass on your other arm, as opposed to, well, if you didn't go to the gym at all. Then same thing like with legs, If I got a hurt leg, well, that's why they made it to where you can do leg extensions with just one leg. Same thing with hamstring curls. Now, surely you're not getting under a bar, about barbell back squat, but if there's a will, there's a way. Let's see, what else did I do today? Got lots of footage. Since I took it easy, Director Dillon was out there today. You guys are probably about to see some cool reels coming up, some cool stuff on Instagram or the YouTube reels. I just started doing those too. I never really thought of YouTube as like a real platform. And then I got on there one day and I started scrolling and I was like, dude, my TikTok feed is going nuts. And then I realized I was on YouTube and I was like, whoa, I gotta get in on this. So we posted on there now. And I also post a little bit of me shooting at the gun range just because, well, I thought it was fun, It's kind of just going in for some target practice. Kind of because, like, I keep my weapon for self-defense. So it's kind of nice to know that, like, say an intruder were to break in and they were 10 yards away trying to murder me. Well, it's nice to go in every once in a while and know that, all right. In that scenario, we'd still be alive. But that's all I got for today. Tomorrow, Super Bowl. Who do you guys think's winning? I think the Seahawks. Why? I don't really have time to follow football, but the Seahawks have a cooler uniform. Plus, I feel like the Patriots have just... I feel like they're oversaturated with wins, man. See somebody else. I'm ready for the underdog, But that's all I got for today. Y'all comment who y'all think's gonna win down below. But I'll see y'all tomorrow.